Òkèbálẹ̀ Òṣogbo. My name is Adeyemi Abodering. The Osun 2022 governorship poll has come and gone, but issues surrounding the poll has continued to dominate the headlines. In line with the constitutional provision, the incumbent governor and candidate of the All Progressive Congress in the July 16 governorship election, Adegboyega Oyetola, has approached the Osun State Election Petition Tribunal to table anomalies detected during the election and for the tribunal to declare him validly elected as governor in the election. On politics today, we are having live in the studio to discuss, to shed more light on the reason behind the submission of petition by Governor Adegboyega Oyetola and the merits in the petition. With me in the studio this afternoon is the special advisor to the governor on political matters and the Deputy Director General of the Boyega Oyetola Campaign Council for the July 16 governorship election. Let me welcome Oluomo Sunday Akere to the studio of 104.5 FM, Ile-Awiye, Òkèbálẹ̀ Òṣogbo. Oluomo Sunday Akere, you are welcome.
Good afternoon, Yemi. Good afternoon, our people at home. It's good to be here once again.
Well, we thank God you are here at last this afternoon. Aside the issues surrounding the governorship election, politics, we also today look at issues surrounding the use of beavers for that election. And on national politics, we shall take a look at the hues and cries surrounding the 2023 presidential election, most especially the North-South dichotomy and same fate issue thrown up by the 2023 election. Oluomo Sunday Akere, let's start from the beginning. The July 16 governorship election held in Osun State. The party you represent, the All Progressive Congress, has approached the election petition tribunal, and the people of Osun State would like to know why was the step taken necessary.
Thank you very much. Once again, I want to say good afternoon to our people at home. The questions are clear. Why did we take the decision to approach the tribunal? We took the decision to approach the tribunal so as to exercise our legal and constitutional rights. The Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is clear. The Electoral Act 2022 as amended is clear. You can be a candidate of a party. The party can partook in an election. The regulatory authority INEC has the right to declare results. And as a candidate and as a party, you have the right to either conform or challenge the result as announced. And that's exactly what we have done. Our party is not satisfied with the result as declared by INEC. And in exercising our rights, we have approached the tribunal to right the wrongs.
Well, Oluomo Akere, if you look at the report of some of the observers, both local and international observers, and the submission of most of the stakeholders who participated actively in the election was declared free, fair, transparent, and acceptable. Then, in view of this, why the need to approach the election?
The so-called observers that you mentioned are the people that you say reviewed, they are human beings. And it is only God that is infallible. Human beings are open to mistakes. If an election is conducted and the electoral rule says that election will open by 8:30 in the morning and close by 2:30, and we have several areas where voting extended to 10 p.m. in the night, definitely we have the right to query or question results from such area. And it is not for us to rely on people's position, judgments, decisions, comments, or observations. And we're talking about observers. Several of them also complained about the conduct of the election in several areas. And it is not our constitutional right as a party to assess the result as declared, to challenge the results where we feel we are not satisfied. And that is exactly what I said we have done.
Apart from the late night voting you mentioned earlier, what are the other anomalies?
Well, seriously, I will not want to commit prejudicial offense. The moment an issue is before the law court, I think we should leave the details to the lawyers. We challenge the results where late votings were done. We challenge results where in some areas we believe that there were discrepancies in accredited voters and the results announced. And I don't want us to start delving into details of what is in the paper, because the documents are before the tribunals already. And I know that the lawyers or the two sides are preparing themselves to explain or to defend the issues raised before the panel of judges when they start sitting. So why don't we exercise some patience till when this happens, instead of being seen as committing prejudicial crime or offense?
Well, Honorable Sunday Akerea, we will continue to ask about the petition submitted. But this time around, what are the merits seen in the petition before it was submitted by the party?
Sincerely, if we are not convinced that we have a good case, we won't go before the tribunal. We know that we have a very good and solid case, and we have seriously taken our time to go through the result from the 3,763 polling units in the state. And where we feel we are not satisfied, we have extracted them out and we have tabled them before the tribunal. We have a the merit in our case is very strong, and I want to assure our people that if we don't know that we are going to win this case, we won't go to court.
Well, from the report gathered from the petition submitted, the APC is challenging the result of the election in 10 local governments. And all the 10
I want us to start delving into the details of this petition. Sincerely, I don't want us to start talking on petition. I don't want us to conduct media trial. We are challenging results in 10 local governments, just like you said, and the details are out. But I don't want to be accused of conducting a media trial. We singled out local government where we feel there are inadequacies, and we are challenging them. You shall just want to put words into my mouth. Well, because I'm also even almost falling into the trap of they saying these are the local government, but I know the local governments you are challenging. But sincerely, I don't want us to start doing media trial. I don't want us to start discussing the petition on the radio.
Well, generally looking at the conduct of the July 16 governorship election, generally, Chief Sunday Akere, what will be your submission?
My submission, my observation that day, because where I voted in my unit, Buluwadru Ward 06 Unit 3, which is my unit where I voted. There was no crisis as it used to be. People were orderly. The introduction of beavers to some extent made voting faster, because I don't think I even spent 3 minutes when they checked my name on the wall, tell them my number, tell the PO my number. They brought out the beavers machine for me to put my thumb, and the thing cleared me. Generally, INEC is improving on their electoral process in Nigeria, but definitely, just like I said, we are all human beings. In the process of improvement, there will be mistakes here and there, and those mistakes are what we are pointing out. What we want is for future elections to be foolproof, and even in challenging the results, we are assisting INEC, where we point out that, okay, you have made this mistake and we have noticed it and it should be corrected. When they want to do election next time, they will not fall into such a mistake again. So our going to court is assisting in improving our electoral process in Nigeria.
If you look at the electronic transmission of the results, it was the first time maybe that will be happening in the history of electoral process.
I know they use it in Ekiti too now.
Yeah, one of the...
And the improvement we are requesting and we are praying for, because there are a lot of noises and cries about vote by influencing voters, this, doing that. What we are praying for is that at least Nigeria should grow up to a level where we use total electronic voting system, where you can sit in the comfort of your studio here. If it's election day, cast your vote without having to go to the polling units. You know your unit, you know your ward. Just activate it on the system, cast your vote, and you pay. If I know that I have the opportunity of voting even on my bedroom, nobody will be asking me to bring money.
Of course, yes.
So definitely, I just pray that at least the process of making the electronic system work, I pray that INEC should be able to get it right, and at least it will encourage most of our elites. Most of our elites don't go out on election day, because and you can hardly blame most of them. If you live here at Okebale and probably your voting place is at Ojaba, and they said there will be no movement of vehicles, are we not going to travel from here to Ojaba to cast your votes? And that is part of the problem majority of the elites and the youth face. But so we know that by the time we adopt total electronic voting in Nigeria, definitely we'll be able to cope those inadequacies.
Well, we are still on the program, politics. My guest is the special advisor to the governor of Osun State on political matters, Chief Sunday Akere. We have been looking at the issues surrounding the July 16, 2022 governorship elections and the submission of petition by the candidate of the All Progressive Congress and the incumbent governor in Osun State, Adegboyega Oyetola. Oluoma Sunday Akere, looking at your experience, what transpired, and the innovation introduced by INEC in the July 16 governorship election, did you foresee it, helping to reshape general election, most especially presidential election in Nigeria in the nearest future?
I think I have answered that question. That at least if the perceived mistakes are corrected, it will definitely assist us in improving our electoral process in the future, especially presidential election, which you mentioned. But one thing we must be very careful for: electronic system is open to manipulation. We all knew how Trump used it, even in the almighty America. And we cannot say we cannot say that such cannot happen around here. So that is why in doing the improvements also, we must be careful, attentive in ensuring that all I's are dotted and all T's are crossed, so that we will not say we want things to be faster as we end up disrupting the entire process.
Well, still on the program, politics and the issue of the petitions submitted, some people somewhere are saying that the main reason for the submission of the petition was to keep members of the party together ahead of the 2023 general election, so that they won't, possibly walk away.
Who says the members of the party are in disarray? We have a single party here in Osun under the leadership of the governor, Alhaji Adegboyega Oyetola, and the chairmanship of Prince Adegboyega Famodun. The party is not in disarray, and we believe that there is no point, even if an election result is announced and it's not favorable to you as a party member, jumping the ship is not the next option. In 2003, when Chief Bisi Akande was declared as losing the governorship election here in Osun, those of us that were there, we did not run away. We stood back to help in reshaping and strengthening the party up to the 2007 election, which we went into, and we believe the result too then was not what we expected, and we challenged it. The tribunal took us 3.5 years. We never lost faith, we never lost hope, and we were able to regain our mandate. It's not a matter, the party people here, we are one. Those that are calling for reshaping, or we keep asking them the question, who wants to rock the boat? You that you say you are in the party and you are voting for opposition, you that you say you are in the party and the opposition was declared winner and you are jumping on the rooftop to celebrate, you that you say that the candidate of your party went to the tribunal and you are asking why he must go there. Those are not party members. The real party members are all there in the 332 INEC electoral wards, and we are one big family.
Sunday Akre, you agree that some members of the party or APC voted against the party?
Very well. They voted against the party, and they cannot say that. As a leader in the party, if I say I am aggrieved and I cast my ballot, and after casting my ballot I show it up, I raise it up for everybody, that's mischief. If you don't have an ulterior motive, you don't need to do that. I will cast my own vote as a leader for the party, and as the multitude of followers that believed in me to vote for the opposition. That is what they did.
What could have been responsible for the action taken?
The issue is, we know that there has been quite some of our members that have been complaining since after the 2018 election that their interest was not protected, they were not taken care of, and in fairness for some of us, we did our best to reach out to some of them, to placate them, to tell them that what we need is patience. If the life of the party and the government is long, definitely what we feel is not sufficient will get to everybody. For example, in Lagos now, the party has been in government since 1999. Whoever might have not been able to get something in 1999, even 2010, should have been able to be taken care of now, because the party is still in power and the party is the one running the affairs of government. That is what we say. A situation where we have 1,000 members vying for position, all of us cannot be in position at the same time. But whoever is there now, let us rally around them. Whoever is there, let us extend hands of fellowship to those that are not there, and let those that are not there today believe that their own time will come.
You said you took some steps to reconcile the aggrieved members of the party.
Yeah.
Will it be that your best at reconciling the aggrieved members then were not enough?
Some of them sincerely, some of them that are younger ones, they were very, very, very open to reconciliation. I know several meetings that we held, even in my house, even outside local government, that I have to go out to meet them, hold meetings with them. I know so much. Some of them challenge that, okay, if the governor is open and he says that, okay, we want reconciliation, we want people that we have been doing all these celebrations, we have been doing this, we have been doing that. They didn't say for once that, okay, take this to the people that are feeling aggrieved at Oromia and we will reject it. And when I wanted to do it lastly, I approached the governor that I need something for some of these people that are open to us. And the governor said I should go and get some things for them. And my PA personally took it to Oromia house.
Really?
To give. I'm talking on radio, it's not an open secret. PA drove my campaign vehicle to drop the materials at Oromiyan House. Even several of them that we didn't know that they were deceiving, our people reached out to them and gave them money on the eve of the election to assist in mobilizing people, to assist in driving the process, not knowing that they were. Because from the onset, the song of most of them is that they want to crumble the house, that when the entire house is crumbled, we all start rebuilding together. And what do you want to benefit in doing that? The person that you assisted in crumbling your house will not say you are a co-landlord. Where you are. You must see as a co. That is why when you look at some of our friends, there are some of them that really have morals. The moment they knew what they did on the 16th, they are jumping ship to the other side to begin again.
Well, we are still on the program Politics, and my guest still remains Oluomo Sunday Akere, the special advisor to the governor on political matters. Oluomo Akere, looking at the situation which transpired during the election and the allegation that some of your party members voted against the party in the July 16 governorship election, there will always be room for reconciliation, for roundtable discussion. Is that door still open, even after
the door is open, but the issues are clear. If you commit grievous offense and nothing is done to probably call you to do or punish you for the offense, definitely you will repeat it another time. A friend of mine used to question a Yoruba saying that the day that a child pour away water is not the day that you will beat him. No, pour away oil. It's not the way that you pour away. Is it the oil that you use money to buy or the water? We must definitely, the leadership of the party didn't take the conduct, action or inaction of some of these people lightly. And I know that the party at the various ward level have been instructed to look at the conduct of individual members, and those that are found culpable should be brought to book.
And what will likely be the punishment for those?
The punishment in party politics is suspension, and if your offense is found to be grievous, expulsion.
So those who worked against the party should be expecting the punishment.
You cannot eat your cake and have it.
That is the restitution of the party.
You can't eat your cake and have it now.
Well, the listeners at home will have the opportunity of being part of the program Politics today, and when the line is opened, it's thrown open, the number to dial will be 081-8777-5777. My guest on Politics this Tuesday afternoon is Oluomo Sunday Akere, the Deputy Director General Boyega Oyetola Campaign Council for the July 16 governorship election and the special advisor to the governor on political matters. Well, before we throw the line open, Oluomo Sunday Akere, let's look at national politics. The 2023 election is fast approaching, much awaited, and there are issues, surrounding already cropping up ahead of the February 2023 general election in Nigeria. The issue of North-South dichotomy. Before the party conducted their presidential primaries, the issue of which of the zones, North or South, should produce the next president of Nigeria came up. And now we have the issue of same fate presidential ticket, which seem to be a disturbing issue currently in Nigerian politics. What's your take?
Sincerely, it is when we want to play mischief that we will start talking about religion in politics. When you look at the entire 36 states of the Federation today, I know that in close to 25 states, we have same faith ticket, either Muslim, Kaduna, Christian, in several of the states. And nobody argues about that. We play up religion when we want to deceive the people. In 1993, when we voted Chief MK Abiola and King Igbe, everybody was desirous of how do we come out victorious in this election. The people that did not want the party to win the next election are the people that are now bringing up the same faith thing. When did you see Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu to be a religious bigot? When did you see him to be a fanatics? Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, as a Muslim, as a head of a family, as a father, as a wife, who should be the closest person to him and the best of his advisor, who is a Christian and a pastor. Nobody talks about that. Before you even see your vice president, your wife is the person that will sleep on the bed with you every day. Everybody knows that most of the decisions we take, we will have discussed it with our wife even before we discuss with our party people. The person Asiwaju we discuss with as president by the special grace of God is a pastor. Asiwaju is not a fanatic. Kazim Shettima, senator, the vice president, is not a fanatic. What we need is how can we muster votes so that our party become victorious. And two, when you look at arms of government under democracy, you have the executive, the legislature, the judiciary. Those are heads where you should start saying, who is it a Christian that is heading this or that? If the president is a Muslim, we will all fight that whoever is going to emerge as the Senate president should be a Christian. That's another arm of government. Nobody, a VP, just like a deputy governor, is only a support person. Nobody fights. One and three, when you consider the people that are agitating that they want to be vice presidential candidates and did not get it, you now start asking them, excuse me, in the local government of one of them, in the last presidential election in 2019, PDP scored 23,000. APC, our own party, scored 9,000. In one of them that want to be vice president. Another one, almost similar. The person Asiwaju voted, APC had 146,000 in its local government in the last election, and PDP has less than 10,000, 9,000 plus. Are you now going to leave somebody that can muster votes for you? We all know that the majority of the people in the north are Muslims, and it is not issue of religion. It is the issue of what can we adopt to ensure that our party comes out victorious.
So it is
everybody
victory for the party
by the grace of God.
That was the first consideration.
By the grace of God. But religion should not be played to the fore. Everybody worship his or our own God in their minds.
You mentioned the issue of the 1993 presidential election the other time, but to some watchers of political development, they said the scenario in 1993 is clearly different.
What is the difference
from the present situation?
What is the difference?
What
is the difference? Another thing which we must all consider, this will be the first time we are going to have a president that decided himself that he wants to be president. From the period of our colonial masters when they handed over to us, they have ensured that they hand over to people that are not willing and ready. We are faced with economic challenges here in Nigeria today. We are faced with the issue of insecurity here and there. We need a president that can be decisive, that can be ready to take decisions, that can be ready to confront challenges. And that is what Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu represents.
Well, we take one or two questions before the end of the program today, and the studio number is now open, and the number to dial is 081-8777-5777. We have the first caller. Your name and your location, please. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah.
I'm actually from Okubale. Well, if there was election monetization, it means the two major parties were involved. So people of us have spoken. No doubt, the election was clear and fair. I may perform at A1 plus. Good afternoon.
Well, you can use this alternative number 08033645531, 08033645531 to get to the studio. Uloma Sunday Akere, the 2023 presidential election. I don't know if you agree with me that the emergence of a third force, Peter Obi, might throw the two leading political parties off balance.
Nigeria is not right for a third force. Peter Obi will come up. He will come up as a candidate, but there is nothing he will achieve.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Your name, please.
Yeah, Shawari Peti from Ilesha.
Okay,
Okay, my question for your guest is: before the election, a list was released that they are going to pay some pensioners some money. So hope they are not going to use that money to finance the tribunal case, sir.
Okay, we will answer later. Hello, good afternoon. Your name, please. Hello. Your name, please. Okay, in Osun State, Benga Alabi. Your question. Okay, thanks. Let's take the last question. Hello, good afternoon. He said, are the local government being challenged are challengeable? Hello, your name, please.
Hello, this is Mr. Ashimolu from Modakeke.
Okay, your question, please, quickly.
My question is that we people in the system are spoken. So we are waiting for the outcome of the voter. So we are correcting for Kudo. Maybe they have got elected, and we are waiting for everything. And
Thanks so much. Uloma Sunday Akere. Yeah,
thank you very much. Mr. Benga Labida asked whether the local government challenge are challengeable. If they are not challengeable, we won't go to the tribunal. The local government, the specified areas are challengeable, and that is why we are challenging them. And the person that Shehu Adedeji said, asked that the government release some money to pensioners ahead of before the election, and whether the money will not be used to finance tribunal. Nobody is using government money to finance election or tribunal, and the records are there and open to everybody. No kobo of government was used by APC in Osun to finance the election, and we are not going to use government money to finance the tribunal. The money released for pensioners before the election have been paid, and those that have not gotten their own are still being paid. And the other person said they are waiting for tribunal, while Haji Mufta Okebale said the election is free and fair. It is individual judgment and perception. whether it's by your opinion is free and fair, we have the right, constitutional right, to seek legal decision, legal opinion, which we are doing and we have done.
Yes, you were talking about the emergence of third force the other time.
I'm saying it that Nigeria is not right for a third force. A lot of people that are saying Peter by the time the election period comes, the wheat will be separated from the chaff.
Well, I want to appreciate the presence of Oluomo Sunday Akere on politics, our weekly news and current affairs program of 104.5 FM, Ile-Awiye, Okebale, Osogbo. I want to appreciate the Director General of OSBC, Rashid Folarami, for the opportunity given to have this program. The executive producer is Abimbola Babatunde, and the producer of the program is Turayo Ayegbayo. On behalf of the studio personnel here, the woman at the console, and my announcer on duty today, my name is Adeyemi Aboderi. Politics will return next week, same time, same station, 104.5 FM. We want to appreciate your presence on the program, and I'm saying good afternoon.